Good evening, mortals. My name is Eudora Humble, and, well, you may call me Eudora, and I am here, I suppose, to play a video game that's based upon my existence. I'm not sure. Whatever. In any case, I have a note, first and foremost, from our dear creator, Halo. Huge thank you to my wonderful friends, Key of Penumbra Photography and RyokoYuuki, for not only coaching me and taking such wonderful pictures. If anyone would like to see their work, social media is linked in the description. And that's that. So, from here on, I suppose I'll be playing a video game. It's not something I'm terribly interested in, but apparently it's what's required of me. Welcome again, my name is Eudora, and I will be playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Thank you for watching. Video games have never been my source of entertainment, I suppose, but all it is pressing buttons at the correct time. It shouldn't be terribly hard, so my requirement is to get through this chapter, and then I will be done, and you'll move on to the next person. So let's just get started. I would like to get this done as quickly as possible. And, oh, apparently I'm also supposed to be talking about what my life was like at my embrace and everything like that. And I suppose I will go into this as time comes up. But for now, I would like to just get started. Oh, what a nice little shabby room. Amazing. Okay, emails. Email. Password. Controls. Okay. Hey, the password for your computer is Sunrise. Keep the cash in the drawer. It's yours. I dropped you an email with my address. Come on over after you get settled. Love, Mercurio. Well, alright. Sunrise. A reminder, Mercurio will contact you when you arrive in Santa Monica. Waste no time in meeting with him. Next. 2. Penis enlargement. Wonderful. Watch the girls come running. Call today. Next. From Arthur at dirtcheapinternet.vtm. Kilpatrick's computer. Looking for that lazy-ass ex-husband who's late on his alimony payments. How about that jerk who knocked you up? Look no further. With Arthur Kilpatrick's amazing crime computer, you can find almost anyone with a record. And these days, that's just about everyone. So come on down to Arthur Kilpatrick's bail bonds. If you've got the deadbeat, we've got the technology to find him. From Mercurio. How wonderful. Hey, welcome to town. Come on over to my place once you get situated, and we'll talk about what you'll need to get the job done. I'm going to pick up explosives right now, some astrolite. I should be back by the time you come over. I'm at 24 Main Street in number 4. Walk to the end of the alley, and my building is the next one on the right. Anything else? Oh, an opening from a friend. The game begins upon his moves. And that's another thing about vampires. Some decide to be cryptic for no reason. It's very droll. At your convenience, please come and visit me in my home downtown. I leave you this to guide you. Dark blood, our curse, a light, this verse. Such power I sense in one so young. Come find me where burns the mystical sun. M. Strauss to Mere Regent. Oh, it has been brought to my attention that the character we shall be playing... It has come to my attention that the character we shall be playing is a Tremere, which Halo seemed to be very excited about, but in my opinion, it's not as good. You know, it's just, you can be one thing or the other thing. You can be a vampire or you could be a witch, but honestly, both is too much. Just pick one thing. And not only that, but they're also bookish. All they do is study. They just have no regard for the outside world, and they're absolutely boring to hang out with. I've heard there's money. Yes. Perfect. Whatever. I'll just leave it open. It's fine. Carnival of Death. Gruesome remains found on the pier, and the police are baffled. Oh, how wonderful. Absolutely amazing. I am enraptured. Violating the Masquerade by revealing aspects of supernatural existence to humankind puts you at risk of ambush by human vampire hunters and invites the wrath of your fellow kindred. Each breach of the Masquerade costs 1 Masquerade point. If you are reduced to 0... Oh.
You got some change, lady?
Disgusting. I do, but not for you.
Bitch.
What a disgusting little man. Oh, God. Someone is not having a good day. Who's this strapping man?
Yes. Is there something I can, help you with?
Well, yes, there is. What are you doing?
That blasted tow truck I called an hour ago. I'd rather not wait another second in this part of town, this time of night. A dreadful place, don't you think?
Absolutely dreadful.
Should have listened to my mechanic. By German, he said.
Of course. Well, my wallet's been stolen, and I need your help with it.
Afraid I'm a little short on cash right now. So.
Interesting. No.
Where is that damn tow truck?
You will meet me in the alley.
I'm happily married. I've suddenly got the urge to walk down that dark and foreboding alley over there. Care to join me?
At the very least, we have Dominate to use. Oop. Wait, what? I don't understand.
Good God. Don't they have street cleaners around here?
Apparently not. Perfect. I have no idea what this music means, but... Perfect. Police hunting. Oh, what? Oh, absolutely not. Okay. Oh, he's dancing. How interesting. What is... Yes, I kill him. No. I don't... oh, here's a gun. Perfect. I will shoot him. That was a mistake. That shouldn't have happened. It was a slip of my finger and everything is fine. I will not make the same mistake again. Yes, you. I will...
I'm going to need yes, is there something I can help you with?
Yes, what are you doing?
Waiting for that blasted tow truck I called an hour ago. I'd rather not wait another second in this part of town.
Right, of course. This part of town and this time of night. Of course, it's awful. Meet me in the alley.
I suddenly got the urge to walk down that dark and foreboding alley over there. Care to join me?
I will meet you there.
I'm going to need to bathe when I get home.
Certainly.
Good God. Don't they have street cleaners around here?
No. Not in this part of the city.
The taxpayers are certainly not getting their money's worth here.
Indeed. Interesting. Just crazy old man, just do whatever it is you do. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, so I suppose... in Elysium. Elysium is a peaceful place where you cannot commit violence or use any of your powers. Unless it is Auspex, I believe. Because it just allows you to detect if others are using their powers. It's quite boring. Oh my, how much blood.
Those mothers ripped me off. I'm dying here.
This is Mercurio.
Yeah. You looking for the astrolite?
Yes, there's
I can feel
something.
a draft on my fucking insides. They shanked me, the bastards.
Oh
I'm
my.
not working no more. My head, it feels cracked. I think my eyes popped.
Stop crying.
All right. Jeez. Think you were the one laying here with his guts hanging out. It was that freaking chemist. Guy mixes up speed, his crew sells it. Occasionally does
Drugs,
explosives.
of course.
Set up a drop. I show up at the beach with the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 of these guys, they come out of nowhere. Junky pricks hit me with a bat. It feels like I got a friggin' horse kicking it. Never should
Interesting.
have gone alone. Amateur move. Should have handled those pricks. Goddamn dirty coward rat bastards. Those cocksuckers beat me rotten, left me for a stiff. Had to crawl to my car, crawl my ass up here. The vamp blood's the only thing holding me together. Shit. They got the money, they got the astrolite.
You don't have the astrolite.
Think I'm some amateur? I got their number. Those small-time sons of bitches live out in a dump on the beach. Maybe 4 or 5 of them. The one's got the explosives is Dennis. Got the money too, you prick.
And how do I get
in my
there?
own blood and you want friggin' directions. Right, all right. Down the street, in the parking garage, stairs down to the beach. On the right. Those better not be some of my last words.
They might be. Uh,
You gotta get it back from him. Maybe reason with him, maybe break in. I don't know. I want to kill him. Do whatever you people do. I blew it, I know.
I can't believe the prince trusted an idiot
There's
like
no need
you.
to be such a frickin' prick. I was just surprised. I could have taken those guys.
Apparently not.
I blew it. Believe me, I know. In more ways than you can imagine. But you gotta listen to me. Anyone finds out, I'm a dead man. Keep quiet about this and I can get you what you need. Guns, ammo, anything.
Well,
You
that's
gotta trust
certainly
me.
interesting. I'll think about it. Honestly, I'm not surprised the Camarilla would hire a low-life man like this. They tend to take what they can and just do as they will with them. Yeah, so they're on the beach. I have to go to the beach. So here we are.
I've seen a lot of shocking things in my time on the force, but that pier, that's the kind of thing that makes you lose your faith in humanity.
I gotta say, it's the second worst thing I've ever seen.
The poor bastard down there is torn in two. By the looks of it, you'd think someone tied him to two horses and raced them in opposite directions. What could you have possibly seen that was worse than what's down there?
It was about 3 years ago. Now I was down at the beach. But like, I don't know, 10 to 10.
Shark bite?
Nah, seeing shark bites is something different. Whatever killed me. Head wounds, hands were missing. And there were these huge slashes. But
Bullshit.
no. Guy was literally slashed to ribbons. The worst part was I was waiting for the meat wagon. Something was watching me. I swear on my badge today or something. Just down south. For a split second, I saw it.
Lord.
Maybe it was a werewolf. Woo!
All right.
Up there. Through that chain link gate and up those stairs.
Excuse me?
Those men you're looking for.
Oh, thank you.
Never mind. You wouldn't understand.
Of course. Thank you, I suppose. Perfect. A combat area.
Help ya?
Yes, let me in.
Okay, you can go on in. And if you really want to make my night, go ahead and start some shit in there, because I would love it.
Interesting. I'm sure your personality has nothing to do with your being out here. You.
What the fuck? I blocked that.
Interesting. They're all a bunch of children. A car stereo. I believe that's something I need.
Okay, yeah, listen up, girl. Cash money up front, and that is non-negotiable in your case. So we're clear? I have got not one moral fiber restraining me against hitting a bitch should she get out of line. You understand?
Excuse me?
What can I do to make you feel like the world is your bucket of fudge ripple with walnuts?
I'm looking for Astrolite.
Ain't that a goddamn coincidence? You know you're the second person to ask for that tonight. Considering that's not a very popular item, I have really got to wonder why you thought I might have some.
Give it to me.
Fun stuff. You can get yourself a lot of attention that way. I may have something. Why would you need to get your hands on some fireworks?
I'm going fishing.
Sure, okay. I got some stuff that'll do the trick. Astrolite. It's like TNT's bigger, meaner cousin with a prison record. I don't like keeping the stuff around. Too dangerous. So I'll let you have it for a little less than the going rate.
Interesting. I don't have any money. I will not be spending it.
My time? I fucking hate that shit. Get out of my house before I feed your broke pale ass to my dogs.
Interesting.
Is that a fact, Jack? Damn. I tell you what. If you can get out of here without a bullet through your face, I'll let you keep it.
Hey, hold it.
Shit!
Perfect. So I suppose I began fighting because I had that thing in my hand. How do I remove it? What is this? No, apparently this is... Yes, right. Well, that was certainly not the way I anticipated solving this issue, but now it's resolved. Perfect. Now I have a knife, the astrolite, and a car stereo. Remember, violence solves everything. I did it. And it only took me one try. Perfect. Done. What are these?
Listen, it's like I've told you types about 1,000 times now. We know we can't hunt round here, alright? We're minding our own business. No reason to hassle the weaklings.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
You mean you ain't here to run us off?
No.
We're getting pretty sick of it. Someone's sighting domain, or in the worst cases, hunting us for sport.
Oh, I think I may have an idea of what's happening.
Dunno. We all seem to have come down with the same disease. Oh, who am I kidding? We're a bad horror show, alright? We seem to be the runts, the mistakes. You types call us thin bloods. I say we're all equally screwed.
Thin bloods, of course. Let me explain to you what a thin blood is. How it works is, from the ancient vampires, they were the originals. We have people like Nosferatu and Malkavian and all the rest, Tremere, whatever. They are the original vampires, originally sired by Cain. And with every generation that is spawned after them, the power of the blood grows weaker until eventually you get these thin bloods who have very little power, or they're not able to... The blood is too thin for clan bonds to be formed.
Damned if I know. Well, I know you don't want to be one. You seem to be in the lead. You tell me.
Poor wretch. Oh yes, the character editor. I suppose I should do that. Yes, I have 5 experience. Fine. Well, I am certainly a fan of Dominate. Interesting. Computer is definitely something that I have needed. You get up.
Yeah? Did you waste those sons of bitches?
I did.
Good. Great. Hope it was painful. Did you get my money back?
No.
Damn. I could have used that money to buy myself some new kidneys. Anyway. You need to make someplace disappear. A warehouse. Looks to be a Sabbat interest.
Sabbat, of course. Where do I
There's a
find
guy.
it?
I never met him, but I heard a lot about him. His name is Tong. Bertram Tong. He's one of you types. If there's anyone who knows more than me about this city, it's him.
That has a certain kind of, or that is a certain kind of name, and I'm afraid of what's going to be attached to it.
Tong's laying low because of Therese. Therese Vorman, you know her? Anyway, word is Therese and Tong are feuding. I don't know the details. Mike takes that Tong thinks he's about to get whacked, so he's gone underground till Therese calls it off. If you want to put that warehouse into orbit anytime soon, you're gonna have to get Therese to call off the feud. She
Where
and
do I
sister
find
Jeanette,
her?
they run the asylum. Some freaky customers frequent that place. We try not to do business there.
I'll go see them. Goodbye.
What do we have here? Another scrumptious young plaything straight out of life and into my club? You smell new, little girl, like fabric softener dew on freshly mowed astroturf. Oh, I'm not frightening you, am I, duckling? Oh, I was just thinking about this delicious little pancake who came into my club and wasn't so sweet because she was soaked in vinegar.
Do not condescend to me. Who are you?
I'm the finger down your spine when all the lights are out. I'm the name on all the men's room walls. When I pout, the whole world tries to make me smile. And everyone always wants to know who is that girl. I am Jeanette.
Jeanette.
And this bit of chaos crammed in a certifiable giggle is my club. I just love to give you funny feelings all night, sweetheart, but I really must trouble with some business. We'll reunite sweet and soon, I promise.
Goodbye.
What can I get you, beautiful?
I'm looking for Therese.
She's upstairs. She said she had business to attend to, but I can hear her and Jeanette bickering from here. Why do you need to see her?
It's none of your business, little man.
Yeah, I hear that from everyone, sweetheart. She expecting you or something?
Yes.
Alright, look, I'll cut your break if we're busy here. I'll buzz Therese, tell her you're coming. Take the elevator over there up. If I hear
Perfect.
that you're not supposed to be there, you and me are gonna have some heart to heart. You hear me?
Yes, of course.
Hell kind of
Yes.
Last time I looked, it was called Santa Monica, not stuck-up bitch. Oh, look at you sometimes. Oh, please. You really do kind of flattering portrait of me with your 20th century vibe. I always assumed you could do nothing but look down. Just the sight of you. Sight of that wicked, tainted type, concealing that dirty, diseased mind. Sin! You have no sin. Let's see who is without sin past the fierce tongue. Go ahead and mock me. You pull your pranks, make fun of my ways. But you're just one big still. Don't you call me that. Should I start calling a duck a pig again? Your sister. How can you treat me like this? Oh, sister, man. Run away from the truth. I'll take care of everything, as always. Please, come in. I do apologize for my sister's crassness if it made you uncomfortable. She's unabashedly scandalous, but in the club business, I suppose that kind of personality's a necessary evil.
I can agree. You must be Therese.
Therese Vorman, yes. I'm the proprietor of this club, and the only person in this city whose good side it's in your best interest to stay on. What brings you to Santa Monica?
A woman after my own heart. You need to call off the feud with
Tongue's exile
Bertram.
is self-imposed, I assure you. But then, what reason would I have not to hate that loathsome Nosferatu scoundrel? Bloody Nosferatu. They're so unclean.
Your phobias don't concern me.
I'd be willing to put the word out that my grievances with Tongue have been swept under the rug, but in return, you'll have to help me remove a particularly burdensome spirit from a
course.
property I'm looking to invest in. Rumor is that a personal item of a ghost may be used to draw it out or excise it from its haunt. While I don't put a lot of stock in hearsay, it's my last option.
So I want you to go to the Ocean House Hotel, find an item of the spirits, and bring it back.
Of course.
Oh, I fully intend to do so. You'll find that dealing with me on the whole is appreciably more predictable than dealing with some of the egomaniacs that are my peers. So long as our business doesn't go sour, my word is gold.
Perfect. I can respect that.
Before I forget, take this. The only way to reach the Ocean House this time of night is through a tunnel in the sewers. You'll need that key to open the gate for that tunnel. If you'll excuse me, I've got situations to set straight.
Goodbye. You see, this is my issue with the Camarilla. They're all like this. You know, if you are of a lower generation, or if your blood is thinner, you are always treated in this manner, where you must just fetch every little thing your elders require you to. It's exhausting, and you have almost no hope of advancing further beyond your station at this point. It's very archaic there, which is why I prefer the anarch movement, where one can move up based on merit, rather, which is a little bit something I prefer. Perfect. Yes. Yes. Ah, yes. Ghosts. Ghosts are also very tiresome to deal with. Alright. Yes, very mature. Grand opening in Santa Monica celebrates the new Ocean House Hotel. Amazing. It doesn't seem too celebratory now. Hotel hell. Child sever head found in hotel laundry room. How sad. Oh, it sounds like a head. How awful. The boiler room key. Perfect. Amazing. Yes. What is this stupid thing? Ugh. Hmm, 10. Interesting. No, not quite. Oh, it's raining again. Perfect. Amazing. Thank you. Murder-suicide. Ocean House killer possibly responsible for Inferno. Seems like this is the way I need to go. Yes. Back into the basement, it seems. Oh, a diary. Of course. Ugh. No. 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 Out. Ugh. Out. Ugh. I hate ghosts. Look, I am not interested in finding anything secret about this. I would just like to get this night over with. Gross. Another. Murders unsolved. Mother or father could have been the Ocean House killer. Oh, nothing in it. Perfect. Ah, yes. Blue flame. Amazing. So for those of you that may be confused, I have no idea what happened either. Who's your sister?
Not even a knock? I could have been undressing. And who knows what I would have had to do to you. You're here to see Her Royal Majesty Queen Victoria, aren't you?
Yes.
Ooh, can I see it?
I'd rather give it
Not
to the
just
person
some
I'm
silly
supposed to.
doll, you know. All my life, my sisters made me out to be a joke. She told you I was an embarrassment, didn't she? That I couldn't tie my shoes, let alone hold on to something for her. Is that it?
No, please,
She's
calm
always
down.
belittling me. She's the smart one. She's the favorite. She's the successful one. Well, it's not fair. I'm not a fool. This club's success is just as much my doing as it is hers.
Please stop.
Do you understand what it's like to have your own flesh and blood ripping you apart on a daily basis for 2 lifetimes?
Suck it up.
Fine, you hold on to it. Since you are so willing to brave that big spooky place for my darling sister, how about doing a teensy tiny favor for little troubled me?
No. Cut the schoolgirl act.
Do you know Gallery Noir down the street? I happen to know there's a charity event being organized there. Lots of influential Santa Monicans slithering in for token appearances. But there's one thing they don't know. The whole event's been set up by a kindred trying to establish their own power clique in our city, and we can't let that happen, can we? So I need some brilliant young upstart to spoil the milk.
I need to talk to someone.
I thought we went over this. Therese isn't here. Until he hears it from her, Bertram's like a windshield in the deep blue sea. Invisible.
Fine.
I promise this won't take long. Take this knife. Give the paintings in the gallery a good slashing. Don't get caught, and don't turn it into a massacre. And steal the charity box, would you? Buy yourself something velvet.
At least I'll get money. Alright,
I'm sure Therese will be thrilled to honor your agreement when you get back. But in the meantime, get to the museum and ruin those paintings. Then pay me a visit. I want to hear all about it. Hurry up. I can only amuse myself for so long.
Goodbye.
Oh, and there was something about the paintings. What was it? I can't remember. Oh well, have fun, Duckling.
Of course. Of course. Another errand for an elder, or at least older than me. Art gallery, art gallery. Homeless. No. Perfect. So I have a knife. Perfect. I'm supposed to slash these. Botch. What is this? Cain meets Lilith. Cain slays Abel. Cain spurns Lilith. Cain cursed by God. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so this is the order in which events happened, which created vampires. So first, Cain slays his brother, and because of that, he is cursed by God. And then he meets the lovely Lilith. But because she is lustful and independent, he spurns her. What is this? Of course. Course. Finally. Perfect. And I have more experience. Dominate is a discipline that I personally use a lot, so I will be updating our dominate abilities. And we also need to make ourselves a little more useful in the ways of using a gun.
You. What were you thinking?
What was I thinking? About...
The museum. That was my event! Did you think I wouldn't find out?
Oh, of course. Another thing that the Camarilla likes to do is use neonates to pit each other against each other. Or whatever. They like to use neonates, and by neonates I mean thinner bloods, not thin bloods like the ones we met, but thinner bloods. They like to use them as pawns in whatever game they're playing when they're bored, which is why I choose not to align myself with the Camarilla.
Shut up. I thought I could control my sister as long as Tongue was out of the picture, but nothing's changed. I should have expected that you'd succumb to Jeanette's influence like all the others, but how dare you!
How dare you?
Don't lie to me! Jeanette already confessed she tricked you into doing it. It was probably all Tongue's idea. I'll deal with them later. But that's still no excuse for you ruining my museum.
At least I've got your damned item.
My museum is wrecked! Do you understand? Now, if you'd like to atone, or if you'd like to provide further assurance of your innocence, I have one more task that has to be done.
Of course. There's always one more task. Which is...
I made some threats against my sister. Idle threats, involving fire and her impious satin sheets. She took them quite seriously, and is avoiding me. I want to meet with her, and explain that they were said in the heat of the moment. I asked her to meet me at the Surfside Diner, to reconcile, but I'm busy with the club and my other endeavors. I'd like you to go to the diner and promise her that I don't plan to take any action against her. Wait for her in the back booth, near the phones. I want to see my sister.
I will do that.
Yes, I'll call it off once I've spoken with her myself. Just do what I ask.
Of course. To the diner.
It's a nice night out.
Of course. Perfect. Another assassination attempt failed. Of course.
It was a setup. Listen, I know we've had our differences, but you have to trust me. Reese tried to have you killed. I had to lock myself in the bathroom because now she's got a gun and... Please, you have to help me.
Why should I help you?
Tell us. Without me, you'll never get out of Santa Monica alive. Hurry! I don't know how much longer I have.
Damn it. Always something new going on with them. Of course.
Someone there?
Down to the sewers I go. Alright.
stay out of this. To think anyone would risk their life for this filthy, tainted waste of blood.
Malkavian.
Make it easier to kill both of you. Help! Save me, and I'll help you find Bertram. I swear. Shut up, Jeanette. I warned you to stay away from Tongue. He's turned you against me. I always looked out for you, but you couldn't stand my success. You had to meddle, didn't you? I didn't want it to end like this, but you forced me. You never gave me any credit for anything, Therese. I was the one calling the shots. Bertram was dancing on my leash. How does it feel to know that I beat you?
What exactly is going
Isn't it
on?
obvious? I'm about to rid the night of this deviant, backstabbing whore. Do you realize that despite her condition, she still fornicates with kind, no less? So despicable. So unclean. You're one to talk, dear sister. Or should I say daddy's little girl? Do you want to know just how depraved the Baron of Santa Monica can be? Shut up, Jeanette. You'd love the world to think you're a saint. When you thought I was asleep, I used to hear Father come in at night. I heard him whisper how much he loved you in your ear before he... Don't finish that sentence, or you're dead. Had his
Go
way
on,
with you.
Jeanette.
And he didn't have to force you. You went limp and became his plaything. Do you think I didn't hear it? Night after night? Always the obedient daughter until... Shut up. Just shut up! Would you like to tell the story? She makes herself out to be the virgin queen of the night, pious as a nun, stable as the Earth's orbit. But it's all an act, isn't it? I'm the good girl. You're the wicked one. You've done nothing but plot against me when I had our best interests at heart. And despite that, I've always covered up your mistakes. I've taken care of you. And this is how you repay me? Taken care of me. You've done nothing but keep me down, blame me for every mistake. Did you expect me to let you rule my life until the end of time? No, sister. You've had it coming since our last sunrise. Is that right, dear? If it wasn't for me, you would have never survived this long. Remember? They tried to separate us, but I refused. I chose this life and brought you into it so that we could stay together. Obviously, you've forgotten.
That doesn't give you the right to tell her what to do.
She's a control freak. People, things, emotions. If she can't control something, she gets rid of it. And you're a wild animal. You'll rub up against anything that'll take you in for the night. Then when you're stuffed and bored, you bite the hand that fed you.
Therese tried to have me killed.
Therese will never let you live. You've disappointed her. I used you, yes, but I didn't try to have you killed. Therese has no problem with killing, do you? Remember Father? Father loved me. I was a good girl. I always did what I was told. You always hated that he loved me. You disobeyed him. You brought men home when he wasn't there. You were an awful daughter to him.
What happened to your father?
Father came home drunk one day and mistook me for Therese. Because I'd fallen asleep in her bed. Don't listen to her. She's lying. Therese walked in while he was there, and she saw me lying with him, and so she went to the closet and pulled out his hunting shotgun, loaded it with deer shot, and blew his mind out all over the silly clown wallpaper. That's a lie.
Oh.
Father killed himself because of Jeanette. She made him miserable. As I recall, he died with a smile on his face.
Can't believe you killed your own father, Therese.
The police sure did. They broke us up for a little while, remember? The first thing you did after your escape was find me. Enough! Don't say another word about that. So, sweet sister. Is this how it has to end? I admit I always knew this night might come. Well, any message you want me to give Father? An apology? A love letter?
Grab the gun, Jeanette.
I killed her. I didn't want her to go. I only wanted her to change. You understand, don't you? Poor, poor Therese. You wanted to find Bertram. He's at the old gas station in an empty oil tank. He'll help you because I'll ask him to. But you must keep your tongue tied tight about what happened this night.
Of course.
Understand?
Goodbye.
Don't hesitate to come see me once in a while. I'm going to be so lonely without Therese. I may need someone like you sometime, and I do get bored so easily. Maybe you could come by and cheer me up sometime.
No. I'll think about it. So, even though I had quite a bit of respect for Therese, one thing I decided is Janetta seems to be a lot less competent at her job. So, with that in mind, I decided to support her in whatever thing they had going on, which leaves more room for me to shine, right? And with that, I will be ending for the night. I will probably do another night because I haven't finished my obligation quite yet. So you'll see me on Wednesday night, I suppose, with another chapter of whatever this is. I do hope you enjoyed. Halo asked me to have you press the like and subscribe button and all of that, whatever that is. Good night, good evening.